We've come today for a sweat test with Precision Hydration and check out where we are at their amazing new Grantley Hall and their Elite Performance Centre. So we're going to go inside and have a look round and have our sweat tested. So we're in the Elite Performance Centre and check out these facilities. So we've got a full testing area with treadmill, watt bikes. In this room, we've got a treadmill that goes underwater. And check out this, it does some sort of impulse technology. Don't actually know what it does, but it looks pretty cool to me, a bit James Bond. So we're in the cryogenic chamber. It's currently at -49.
We're here today with Andy Brodziak from Precision Hydration. He's going to do a sweat test with myself and Victoria today. And Andy, what is a sweat test?
What is a sweat test? It's our way of finding exactly your sodium concentration in your sweat.
And how could I use this information to sort of improve performance, say in a struggle sporty?
So people suffer a little bit with cramping. Performance drop off after a few hours because the optimal hydration levels have dropped after a period of time.
Okay.
So all we want to do with hydration is maintain our optimal hydration electrolyte balance throughout the day. Let's get the body ready for it beforehand. So we chat about preloading and we chat about your concentration needed in your bottles. So every time you take a drink, it's correct for you. Okay, so Matt, we've got your sodium concentration levels from the test, and we're going to dive into your strategy. So looking at that, we know you've come out as a salty sweater. So you're at 1187 milligrams of sodium, so almost 1200 milligrams for every litre of sweat you lose. So the recommendation is to arrive at the start line hydrated. So we get you to preload with a very strong concentration of electrolytes the night before. So that boosts your blood plasma volume straight away. Okay, so your body will store that. And then in the morning, you wake up, you fasted, you're dehydrated, you want to boost your blood plasma volume a second time with your breakfast. So a few hours before, you'll have another strong boost of electrolytes in your bottle. You arrive at the start line in the best possible shape. So if you, for example, in a 1 hour crit race, you're not going to be able to drink very much. So moving into what to do in a race, the recommendation is to get as close to your 1200 milligrams concentration of sodium. So if it's a 3 hour race, hypothetically, and you're losing 1 litre per hour, you are going to lose 3 times 1200 milligrams for that duration. What your goal is to try to do is to get at least 75% of your net losses. Your body will retain a lot of the water by taking extra sodium. That's all we're trying to do. When we train, we want to retain some of the fluid. If you drink too much water, just plain water, you can create what's called a low sodium balance, and that can lead to hyponatremia, which is actually more common than you think. All right, so Victoria is quite different to young Matt.
Am I not a salty sweater?
You're a low salty sweater.
Oh.
Although she claims she sweats a lot.
I do sweat a lot.
Yeah, so it's a nice difference here because they both claim they sweat quite a bit, but there's almost 400 milligrams difference between the two of you. So you're at almost 800 milligrams, 798, versus the almost 1200 of Matt. You're doing more volume of hours. Your recommendation is slightly higher electrolytes in training based on hours and based on the fact that you said to me do a lot more, certainly this time of the year, a lot more training indoors. Now, people watching this is the issue. It's the indoor training that's the repetitive hour in the morning for a triathlete, hour in the afternoon, indoors in the turbo after work. It's a constant loss of electrolytes day in, day out. So your recommendation is close to that 1,000 mark anyway in training. You'll then find your energy levels are much more balanced through the day, because what a lot of problems people say that in the afternoon they're grabbing carbohydrate-driven snacks because actually and caffeine or coffee, like teas and stuff, because they're actually in a slightly compromised hydration position. So your body's immediate to come out of that fuzz, and we've all had it, is to grab a sugar-based carbohydrate. Not about just 1 hour or 2 hours of riding, it's about your net losses over 24. And if people can understand that, your performance will just go through the roof.